Hello everyone, my name is Eve. Welcome to my monthly astrology series for every sign, and this one is for the sign of Capricorn. And I must say that this one was the easiest for me to make because I have my ascendant in the sign of Capricorn and I have been feeling the effect of the transits on a personal level. This will be in general good month for the Capricorn rising people, unless you have placements in the latter degrees of Capricorn, where Pluto is positioned. Then you could expect for more challenging energies to arise, like dealing with your shadows and transformation. For Capricorn risings, the eclipses will be happening in our 5th and 11th house, and these houses represent some kind of transitioning phase. For example, polishing our product before it is ready to be sold, or editing a book before it is being published. The solar eclipse, which is a new moon, had just happened on the 25th of October in our 11th house, and it was with Venus, and Venus rules our career, so something was illuminated for us in the sphere of our career and our place in society. What role do we have as a part of it? Then, on the 8th of November, we will have a full moon in the opposite house, which will be a total lunar eclipse, which happens not so often. And while the moon will be conjuncting Uranus in our 5th house, Mercury will exactly be conjuncting the Sun, forming a Cazimi in our 11th house. And Mercury rules our 6th house, the area of service in our life. So let's connect all of this. Let's start with Mars, because he is also a part of the picture. Mars went retrograde on the 30th of October, making us rethink our service to the others, but also to ourselves. This energy of Mars retrograde is affecting our routine. We are rethinking our food and dietary choices, our relationship to our physical body. And with Mars here, we can find out that actually we are stronger than we thought to be, faster, efficient, and other people will recognize that in us, that quality of walking the talk. And how is Mars part of the bigger picture? Well, because of the trine with Saturn in our 2nd house, and Saturn is squaring the eclipse's point, the new and the full moon occurring only 1 week apart. Saturn is time, wisdom, and structure, and by squaring Mars, it is saying that for us to be able to give the service we want to give, we are not left with time to care for our needs, because we are so much focused on that particular service which the 6th house is indicator of. Therefore, we are left with no money and maybe even with no time. And let's involve the eclipse part here. The new moon on the 25th is saying that we are closing a chapter in our life, which has to do with our role in society. For example, for the most part of your life, you were known to be the teacher, and now you are not that anymore. And that's happening because many of you, including myself, have decided to work on a skill or talent, which Uranus in the 5th had been pushing us towards it. And that talent is not even something new, because Uranus entered our 5th house in 2018. It is just that now many of us are deciding to act on that impulse, to liberate ourselves through our creative outlets. The 5th house is personal business, so definitely I have been seeing this with Capricorn risings. Many of you will start their own businesses, and if not you, your children will be experiencing this, if they are old enough. Because the 5th house is also our children, especially our first child. We are breaking free Capricorn risings, and even if this means that in the investment process we'll be left without money and without time, we are on it and there is no going back. Our 2nd house is in Aquarius, so becoming self-sufficient through unique sources. And we have Saturn transiting there, which wants us to do the things in the traditional ways. And that's clashing with what Uranus had been pushing us into all these years. And many of you will be having self-worth problems if you are not doing the things traditionally, as the norms are saying. But all that is needed, because it will make you stronger and a leader in what you do, by burning the structures which have not been standing firmly since the beginning. You will be left only with the ones which are stable and with integrity. And many of the insecurities will come from early childhood conditioning. Many of us have been put down for being unique and different when we were little children. And now it is the final push to solve those issues and be liberated from them. The inner child in many of us had been sleeping for a long time, and with the eclipse in our fifth house with Uranus there, it's finally waking up. So ask yourselves, what did I wish to become when I was a little child? A simple question as this one can help you to renew the connection and to become more in tune with yourselves. The focus in the latter part of the month will be in our 12th house. The Sun, Mercury, and Venus will be ingressing in this house, and also the new moon will take place in this same area on the 23rd of November in Sagittarius. The 12th house, among the other things, can be about expenditures. Maybe you will be spending more money on short travels or on buying books and other spiritual things, because this energy will be connecting with Jupiter in your fourth house, which magnifies everything he touches. It will be a good time for resolving a trauma connected with our parents, maybe, or your home country conditionings. Overall, with so many planets in our 12th and with Mars retrograde in our 6th house, it will not be the time to overwork ourselves. Many of you can even take time off from work, maybe because of health issue or because of a trip. That would be all from me for now. If you liked my interpretation, press like, subscribe, and also write me your experience of this month in the comment section. If you would like a personal reading with me, write me on my email, which you could be able to find in the description box. Natal chart with progressions will cost 50 euros, transits for 3 months 30 euros, and for 6 months 50 euros. Wish you a happy November. Bye for now.